What is good, the citizens of Warframe? Hunkpain is here with you in another build about Warframe, and today we're gonna be doing a build about Grendel. Not one build, 6 builds, and of course we need to explain the frame to our amazing new Thanos that joins the game and have no idea how it works. Alright, starting with his passive. Each enemy consumed grants 250 bonus armor. So you're gonna consume 5 enemies, you're gonna get 1250, easy breezy. Feast, very simple, you're gonna eat the enemies that's in front of you. So when you're eating the enemies inside, you move around the camera, alright? So you eat those enemies in the side, okay? That's how it works. You can eat the ones in front of you, you can move the camera to eat the ones in the side. I'm gonna show you how to do it as well. Nourish, you're gonna stomp the ground, the enemies that's inside, but you need to have enemies in your stomach. So you eat 5 enemies, so you will have 5 stomps. You're gonna hit the ground like this, consuming one of those enemies. Of course, the enemies inside your stomach are gonna be affected as well from the stomp. You're gonna consume one, and yet you're gonna do damage to the ones inside of you. Alright? You're gonna get energy multipliers, explosion damage with viral, you're gonna proc viral, it's affected with range for radius, and you're gonna get increased damage 154%. Of course, it's affected by ability strength. Okay? It drains 50 energy and consumes one of those enemies that you take in the stomach. So, Nourish. You're gonna consume one of those enemies that you eat with Feast. So Feast, you eat 5 enemies. Nourish, you're gonna consume one of them each time you proc it. You proc viral from the explosion. The enemies that inside your stomach gonna be affected as well. Okay. Pulverize. Pulverize. You're gonna become a meatball. You're gonna be rolling, proccing impact and impact damage, and you're gonna be doing armor reduction. Means when you go back and forth on those enemies, you're gonna armor strip them. But this is not the main source of your armor strip in this baby. Okay? But of course, by shift you can run faster. And if there is enemy in your stomach, you're not gonna be using any energy. Okay? It consumes 2.35 energy per second. But if you have enemy on your stomach, you don't consume any energy. Also, when you are in Pulverize, you can eat those enemies around you. So you can cast your abilities while you're in Pulverize. But, maybe many doesn't tell you, when you're in Pulverize, you cannot cast the Helmnith abilities. Okay? Let's go. What is it? Regurgitate. Okay. Violet pukes. So, this one you're gonna puke. The enemies, one of the enemies that's in your stomach, of course, is gonna consume you. One from the enemies that you're gonna be feasting. You're gonna do toxin damage, and you're gonna be stripping armor reduction 134% because I have a lot of strength. So you get the idea. So what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna feast enemies, and then you're gonna be using Nourish to heal yourself, energy multipliers, and cast viral in the enemies, and then you're gonna be regurgitate. So you program them toxin and kill them. Okay? Simple as that. So let's go. Let me show you how it works. Starting with the first ability to feast. So we take this guy. Boom. So we take this guy. So how I do it? Boom. You take the. You see that? I moved the camera. Okay? Exactly. So you move the camera. You take more enemies around, because if you look only forward, you're not gonna take only the one in front of you. Okay. So if I boom. I go like, boom, you consume one enemy. See that? Boom. Boom. It's not means that you're gonna... when I say consume enemy, that means depends on how much health that enemy has in your stomach. Because the enemies inside your stomach, they're gonna be getting damage over time. Most of the time, they're going to be already weakened. So it's gonna be like one-time consumption thing, alright? Like, boom. Boom. Okay? So we take this guy and that guy and that guy. Boom. 5. And then... if you want, you can hold to puke them all, but don't hold. You don't want to hold to puke them all in the first ability. Okay. Second ability, as I told you, boom, consume for multipliers and all that amazing viral proccing. Okay. So now the fourth ability. There you go. Armor strip. Enemies red HP. Boom. Easy. Eat them. Boom. Boom. Okay. Simple as that. Okay. Let me respawn more enemies to show you really quick. The third ability. Third ability, you're gonna be like this meatball. And if you have enemies in, look at that, you can take enemies, right? Boom. And you can, of course, puke with the fourth ability to armor strip. You can take more enemies in. You can puke all of them. You can take more in your stomach. You can cast everything. Simple as that. You can cast all your abilities. And, of course, you can shift, so you run faster. There you go. There you go. You can climb as well. This is the new reworked stuff. So your only enemies that you need to worry about is the Eximus units. That's what you need to worry about. So first build. Starting with the first build. First build is a hungry build. Means there is no helmet in this build. It's a straightforward build for the Thanos. I started to do builds without helmet as well. So the Thanos that doesn't have a helmet unlocked or any of those helmets, still they can enjoy and have fun with those builds. Swift momentum, premature footed. Swift momentum, you can switch it with whatever you want. If you're gonna be using swift, like let's say glaive weapons, or you go swift momentum. If you want to use like sniper, if you want to use brief respite, pistol, shotgun, I don't know. You can use whatever you desire based on the weapon that you're going to be using. Premature footed, so you don't spend time in your ass out there and enemies start proccing on you. Especially there is Eximus units going to be kicking your ass out there, so be careful. Premature footed is a must have. If you don't have premature footed, use sure footed. Okay, I know not all of you have the login rewards and everything. Primed flow, energy max. If you don't have, use flow. Adaptation, very important. If you want, you can max it. You can skip maxing this one, but it's maxed, always looking good. But you don't have to max it. Okay. When damaged, 9.5 resistance to that damage type, 19 seconds stacks up to 90%. If you max this one. Okay, if you max this mode, it's gonna be 10% resistance, but it doesn't add stacks up to 100%. It's gonna be always 90%, so keep that in mind when you're maxing this out, so you take care of your endo, especially if you're a beginner. Ogre Secret, so 24% ability strength, 120% energy spent on abilities converted into shields. A bit some overshield, but you really don't need that. Stretch, we want it for ability strength more. Stretch for ability range, you need some range for the first ability, and the third ability to make more cast, and the fourth ability to armor strip more enemies. Range is very nice, so you having 175 range is very good, unless you're doing disruption missions. Archon continuity, 55% duration, ability that inflicts toxin will affect also corrosive. So when you cast your fourth ability, toxin, boom, corrosive. Viral gonna be with nourish, so viral, corrosive, enemies immediately dead. Ogre Reach for ability range and boost the convert to shields goes along with this baby, because you don't have a lot of shield, which makes him very good. Shields absorb damage except toxin, so remember that very well. Okay, natural talent, improve casting speed on Warframe abilities if applicable. This one make you cast your abilities very fast, so you're gonna eat faster, you're gonna puke faster, you're gonna roll faster, you're gonna do everything really fast. Arcane energize on energy, pick up 60% chance to replenish 150 energy to self and allies within 15 meters. Arcane Guardian, this is you can switch this arcane based on whatever you're going to do. Okay, I like it for armor. As you beginner, armor will be nice for you as you are a beginner. Okay, armor sucks in Warframe, yes, but beyond enemies level 500 and so. But for you as a beginner using this build, you're gonna be fine. This build can survive anything almost. Okay, so there you go. How to use this build? Very simple. I already show you. You're gonna be using first ability to consume, second ability to heal yourself and cast viral enemies, fourth ability to armor strip enemies and cast toxin, which is going to be corrosive. Third ability, you want to roll around, eat enemies, move fast, and do all that kind of stuff. Easy. Okay, moving next. I'm gonna skip the DPS food for now, just 1 second, so I keep track, because all of them like Octa food, cold food, pool food are for steel path alongside with hungry, but DPS food is for steel path, but disruption fast food is for different thing. Okay, starting with Octa food. Octa food is very simple. Swift momentum, prime sure footed, stretch, rolling guard, equilibrium, ogre reach, and overextend, blind range, primed flow, continuity, molt, and energize. Many times saying, Hank, you're using equilibrium a lot. Equilibrium, my friend, when you combine it with energize, is the most powerful thing in the game. If you don't know, you don't know. It doesn't matter. I mean, listen, my builds, I'm not saying I create the best builds. I'm saying I create the best builds for me. I am my own mentor. Alright, so duration 155%, efficiency 45%. We have equilibrium, arcane energize, and flow, the 3 dragons power, and we have range 265%, strength 139%. We're gonna be using resonator from Octavia. Molt augment for more strength. More strength means more power. So here is the build, how it works. I'm gonna unpause enemies. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, here we go. So the whole idea is this. Enemies will be chasing resonator, right? Like, look, oh my god, there is a resonator. Okay, you're gonna be eating those enemies that chasing resonator. You're gonna be stomping them, armor stripping them, doing whatever you desire with them. killing them with this, killing them with that. Do whatever you desire. Simple build, straightforward. You can go with this as much you can in the game. The rest is based on how you move in the game and how you cast your abilities and how good you are in the game and understanding how those enemies against you are doing. Like for example, if you see Notifier, you're not gonna be sitting, hello, my name is Grendel, you know, I got the build from Hank and you know, I use Resonator. Why you're not affected by Resonator? You're gonna be dead. Then you're gonna say, the build is sucks. No, you need to know and understand those enemies, what they're capable of, so you can deal with them. Moving next, cold food. Okay. This cold food, we're gonna be using, I didn't show you, sorry. The cold food, steel charge, melee weapon damage increase. Now again, the aura you can change it based on what you're using. Premature footed, augur reach, rolling guard, stretch, equilibrium, and overextend, blind rage, primal flow, and continuity. Augment for more strength, arcane energize for energy, going with equilibrium, and so on. Again, equilibrium, you can switch it if you don't like it. That's totally up to you. If you really want, you can put there where is it? Augur secret. You're gonna be fine. It's my build, my rules. Okay. So you wanna change Molt Augment if you want, you can switch Molt Augment. But still, you already have 104% armor strip. One cast from the fourth ability, you are fine. Molt Augment is there for more damage from the abilities. Otherwise, you can switch it with anything you want. Depends on the weapon you're gonna be using. Okay. So this build is even simpler. 1, 2. All right. You know what the helmet is this, right? Boom, eating those enemies. Boom, 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 eating those enemies. Armor stripping them, hitting them, doing a viral on them. Bro, we just killed them with the abilities, bro. The enemies level 185. Heavy corrupted gunners, okay? What's the ability that we just used? It's the ability from Ghost, Thermal Thunder. Casting 2 times cold damage, it's gonna make those enemies frozen. Okay, 2 times Thermal Thunder, enemies are frozen. Easy breezy. So you're gonna froze enemies, eat them, do the same thing. Now you know and understand how Grendel works. Pull food. This one, steel charge, you can switch it however you desire. Premature footed, fleeting expertise, rolling guard, stretch, equilibrium, overextend, blind rage, primal flow, continuity, arcane energize, and Molt Augment. This one we're gonna be using Zephyr Air Burst. Very simple and straight forward. Okay, here how we're gonna do this. The build is very simple. So we're gonna pull them with the third ability. You see that? You pull enemies however you desire around, and then you're gonna eat those enemies because you can, because they're gonna be ready. You cannot eat them the moment they are inside the burst, but they are already there waiting for you to be eaten. And then you can armor strip them, viral, boom, boom, they're dead, my friend. There is no coming back from that death. Okay, easy breezy. Okay, now that's Octa food, cold food, pool food, hungry. Those are builds for steel path. Okay, mean steel path, mean I'm talking about survival, anything except the disruption. They can take you to disruption, no problem, but if you're not gonna be the guy killing demolists, I'm sorry, it's not for you. We're gonna go DPS food. DPS food, we're gonna be using shotgun amp, depends on the weapon you're using, of course. Premature footed, natural time, primal flow, rolling guard, equilibrium, blind rage, augur seated, continuity, intensify. Intensify, ability strength, restoring health with abilities grants 30% ability strength for 10 seconds. And of course, Grendel restore health with his abilities. So, boom, more strength, Molt Augment, 253% strength, Eclipse from Mirage, and you are ready, my friend. Okay, so how this works? Very simple. You're gonna cast your third ability, which is Mirage ability. You're gonna eat those enemies in your stomach. Boom, 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 boom. Proccing this. Boom, enemy dead. Boom, enemy dead. Okay, now how to kill enemies and how to kill demolists and so on. That's a weapon of your choice. Okay, I'm gonna be using Philarx. I'm sharing it with you really quick. This is my Philarx build. This is the Raven damage hit, the damage to corpus minus critical chance. You can use whatever you weapon you really desire. Okay, now before we move to steel path test, I'm gonna show you fast food. This let's say this is a speedster Grendel. This one is Grendel based on speed. He's gonna be running fast. He's gonna be doing all those crazy stuff. That's why we're gonna put on him infested mobility, more sprint speed, parkour velocity, and so on. All right. I know it's like kind of low strength. You don't like the low strength. you can adjust the strength the way you desire. Okay, for example, we can switch mods around. Give me 1 second. And there you go. You have 223 strength, 175 range, and so on. Sprint boost, rush, primed flow, armored agility, augur reach, natural talent for casting, augur city, blind rage, stretch, and catapult. Catapult pulverize augment using the heavy attack on your in the middle mouse button to launch Grendel in your aim direction. Cost 5 energy. Crouch to slow down. We don't want to crouch to slow down. You're gonna be fine. Flow will cover up everything for you. Before we go anywhere in Steel Path, I want to show you that how it looks, my friend. Before that, I want to use the Kugate for speed. There you go, Kugate Prime. There is many weapons boost speed. I really hope Warframe one day the DE decides to make every weapon the passive and hidden boost of that weapon, like it shows in the weapons. Like when you check it out, it shows what that weapon really does. Okay, we're gonna go Venus. Let's go Orb Valis, not Steel Path. Let's go Orb Valis, and yeah. And here we are in Orb Valis. Okay, we're gonna cast the 4th ability. And I'm gonna cast the 3rd ability. Are you ready? Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Boom. Now, I told you, remember earlier when I told you, guys, you cannot use your Helmnith abilities when you are... you cannot use your Helmnith abilities when you are using this ability. You can use Grendel abilities, but your abilities you can't use. As you can see, I am running at this speed without that Helmnith ability on. So keep that in mind, boys. Okay? So I'm just gonna turn off this off, get this on, boom, and here we are with the Helmnith ability on. So you see how powerful this is. Okay, you're not Ghost, you're not gonna run in top of the water. Okay, you definitely would need some more duration in this build, but it is what it is. It's more than enough. Even when the ability goes off, you can see how fast you are running. And yes, you can beat maybe some Vol, you can beat maybe some Ghosts. I mean, Grendel is very fast. I'm telling you, it's very fast at the moment. All right, boom. It's very fun. You can troll your friends, you can race with your friends, you can do anything you desire. I promise you only one thing, that you will love this. Look at this. Boom. It's very fun. I spent like 30 minutes. Maybe this is the build that I spend most of the time trying before I record the video, because it's really fun. You're going to love it. Look at this, boys. It's so awesome. And look at him when he gets the energy finish and so on. Alright, let's abort the mission, going back to Orbiter, and we're gonna change the build to go to Steel Path. Okay? Alright. Of course, mission is failed. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna go here, we're gonna change the build. Well, which build we go? If I go DPS food, that's for Demolists and the Disruption mission. We're not gonna go that. Octa food, we all know it's very powerful, because enemy is gonna be distracted with the Resonator. We all know that. Pool, it's very nice, very powerful, you know, it's CC and everything. Cold food is very powerful CC. So I'm telling you what, I'm gonna go with just Hangry. I'm gonna go without Helmnith to show you how solid this is. We're gonna just switch the weapon, and we're gonna go with... I'm not gonna go with Glaive even. Maybe, I don't know. Let's take... okay, let's take old school Cronen. Let's take old school Cronen. And this is the build for Cronen. In case you're wandering around, this is the build. Cronen range, melee damage, critical chance, minus critical chance for slide attacks. Yeah, it's very bad, critical chance, because I slide a lot. Yeah, but that's you, that's me, I don't. So, let's go. We're gonna go Void Mota, which is Steel Path endgame. Enemies level plus 100, enemy health and shield and armor to 150%. If you wanna unlock your Steel Path, all you have to do is finish all the nodes in your star shard, and then finish the quest Angels of the Zariman. Then go to any relay in any planet that has relays, and speak to Teshin. Teshin, my friends, he going to unlock Steel Path for you, and you're gonna be fine. Boom. Okay. Now you're wondering how you're invisible, Hank. I will show you. It's a Parazone mod, in case you're wondering. Okay, we're gonna eat enemies. Boom, 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 boom. We're gonna cast the second ability. We have our things. Boom, boom, boom. Hit enemies. There we go. We have our Cronan active. Hitting enemies. Boom. Stripping enemies. Boom. Hitting enemies. If you want, we can just use the ball. There you go. Easy breezy. And one more thing, my friends, that you need to know about this. So, when you're using this, if you want to move to a different place really fast, you can just use your operator, move here, and come back to the ball. You get the idea? Sometimes it gets buggy, like you just saw now. The ball stacks in a certain way, but it works. It works very, very, very good. You don't need to worry about any of that. It's very nice. All you have to do is cast the first ability, hit those enemies, second ability to heal yourself and get multiplier on the energy. This ability, as much you have enemies in your stomach, you will not consume any energy. So, perfect, perfect, perfect. The rework, in my opinion, since we are here, I need to talk to you guys. So I don't speed run this, so I give you different things. My opinion about this is that the rework is very good. I like the rework, it's not bad. Just you're gonna have multiple problems. You're gonna have a problem with the Eximus units. Like for real, you're gonna have really problems with Eximus units as they are very awful. And I think they shouldn't be implanted in this game at all, to be honest. It's really, it ruins a lot of frame. It makes a lot of frame weaker and weaker and weaker. Because they are very crazy. I mean, they're not spawning one or two. Sometimes you will find them more than the regular enemies. Alright? Like you will find them more than the actual enemies in the mission. Which is bad, which is really bad. And you don't want to have more than 5 Eximus nullifiers with white and blue bubble. Trust me, you don't want to face that, especially with frames like Grendel. He's tanky, yes. The rework was good. Yeah. So here what you're seeing is that we're proccing viral, we're proccing corrosive with the fourth. No, we're not proccing corrosive with the fourth ability. But yeah, you can make it happen. You can make the corrosive procs. So if you die with this build, if I die now, I'm recording this straightforward. I'm not gonna edit it even if you die. If I die, so you see what it is. Okay. If you die, it means that what killed you is an Eximus unit. Eximus unit is what killed you. That's why I told you you need to have an understanding of the enemies that you're facing. I mean, if you die to Eximus unit, it's not a shame. Those are very awful enemies. There's bombarders. They are very awful. They don't get affected with your abilities. Look at that. You have to go back to your look at that. Look at this. Boom. I mean, it just ruins a lot of the game. Those in my opinion, those Eximus unit, they should have like their own planet. We call it the Eximus planet with rare drops and stuff like that. That's what should have happened. Okay, instead of planting them in those missions. Those missions are very repetitive missions. I don't know who agree with me, who doesn't agree with me, but it is what it is. I share my opinion. Okay, so they should those Eximus units. They should have their own Eximus planet, like advanced, like really for an end game, where all of it is like Eximus units. This, planting them in normal missions is gonna make it for the new players, it's a bit hard. Make it for the players a bit hard, and it's useless, it's useless, it's just useless. I will tell you why it's useless, because we're farming the same thing from the same planet. Facing those enemies doesn't add anything, it just delay our farming and give us a bit hard time. No more, no less. There is nothing more to it than that. Alright, so yeah. I'm gonna go back to the ball form. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Running around. There you go. You see how many Eximus units already there. So, yeah. That's why I wanted to use this build. I mean, if I had like the Resonator build or something, those enemies gonna be so busy. I'm not gonna have all the Eximus unit on me and look at that. Eximus units is what gonna bother you the most, my friend. And you need to keep casting your abilities, okay? You don't fall asleep about it. And you don't want to stand still in one spot and make those enemies like enjoy killing you. Okay? You should always keep moving. You should be always... We're just gonna wait for the Acolyte to spawn. By the way, the fourth ability can, let's say, it can armor strip the Acolyte. So, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Easy breezy. Okay? Look at that. You shred those enemies, you can go back in the ball, casting stuff. So, if it was no Eximus unit, this reward gonna be even better. Okay? This reward gonna be so awesome. But Eximus units ruins a lot of things. So I don't keep saying, I keep repeating myself. It is what it is. Okay, there is the Torment. That's gonna move a bit. I already armor stripped him when I was in the ball. I'm gonna hand myself a second ability. I mean, Torment with these enemies is not a good idea. But you know what? It's very awesome that we are fighting right now under this stress of enemies. It's very good. You know why, boys? Because when we fight at this stress, I am sure the build works. Okay? When we fight under this amount of stress with a build that doesn't have a helmet on it, and this amount of stress, it's very good. Okay? I've tested all of the each build I've tested it at least 1 hour in Steel Path, so I'm sure of the product. You don't need to worry about that or doubt it. So any build you get from Hank, it's with guarantees. If you have some issues, like the build didn't work for you and it worked for me, means either you don't know the enemies that you're facing, or the way you maneuver is wrong. Something of that sort. So understand those enemies, don't give them the opportunity to kill you, and you're gonna be fine. Okay? Now remember, Eximus unit is your enemies, they're not your friend, they are the worst enemies out there. Especially when you go to missions like mod survival and the game decides, the RNG decides that you deserve more than 10 Eximus units around. Okay? Recapping, my dear friends, really quick. So, Hungry, this is the build for Hungry. This is without Helmnith ability for you beginners or endgamers or whatever, if you don't want to use any Helmnith abilities. Any mod right here that you don't see is replaceable. For example, you don't have Prime Sure-Footed, you can go Sure-Footed. If you don't have Primed Flow, you can go Flow. Swift Momentum, you can switch in any aura you want. DPS Food, this one is for Demolists. So you're gonna have here Eclipse, you're gonna be eating enemies, healing yourself, and you're gonna be giving the armor stripping and so on. You're gonna be fine. The Arcane, the Malt Augment, it's changeable. If you don't want it, you can switch it to something else, depends on the weapon you're gonna be using. Octafood is a Resonator based in build to distract enemies while you eat, heal, and armor strip enemies. Cold is similar to that. You're gonna be using Thermal Sandra from Ghost. You're gonna be CCing enemy by freezing them in their place while you eat them, eat, heal, and armor strip them. Pull food, you're gonna be pulling them with Zephyr Air Burst. Steel Charge, you can switch it as well, of course. Pulling them, pull, eat, heal, and armor strip. Fast food, this is more of a running, speed, fast, stuff like that. Arcane Phantasm on block 45, we didn't block anything, but you can spawn an enemy or enemy hit you and you can block that ability and get 60% speed. Of course, if Ghosts with you, or not Ghost, sorry, if Vault with you, he can give you a boost with the second ability. So yeah, about fashion frame, we have a full fashion frame about Grendel in the channel. There you go, B, C, D, E, and F. If you like any of them, go check the channel, don't worry about that one. And we're gonna have Void Shell soon in the channel. We're gonna have it for you already. By this, we come to an end to this video. I really hope you enjoyed the video. There is a lot of effort in this video. I mean, you know already. Let me know which build you like the most, which build you get me going to take. Those builds are not like written in a stone. You can switch them around, play around with them. If you don't like a mod, just take it off. It works for me, maybe it doesn't work for you. It's totally up to you. Feel free to play around, switch the builds. Maybe you have an idea and now I give you an idea that you can inspire from. We have Discord link on description. Feel free to join in Discord. We have an amazing community there that's willing to help, ask grievances, questions, whatever you want. We are live streaming Monday to Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Day after day we have videos. Thank you so much, guys. The goal for the channel, in case you're wondering, should you subscribe, should you not? The goal for the channel is to make every build, to play, to have fun, to enjoy, to entertain. That's what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe. Peace and love.